Coach, welcome back to the channel. If you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest content we're putting out. And welcome to this new coach result breakdown. So something we're going to be doing on a bi-weekly basis is I'm going to be doing a breakdown of a result that I've achieved with a coach that I'm working with. And if you want to check out all the results, or some of the results of the coaches I've been working with one-on-one, you can do that. You can either visit my website, which is soccercoachingbusiness.com. You can find some results there, or the best place and the place that we update more regularly is on Instagram. So you can find us at Soccer Coaching Business on Instagram. So what I have in front is a result that we've achieved with a coach at the start of this year. So when this video will be going out, it'll probably be going out March time. So it'll probably be March when this video goes out. So this coach made 10K in the month of January. So this is a result from Coach Adrian. I've been working with Adrian for just over 5 months now with his soccer coaching business. And if you have a look in front, this is the WhatsApp message that he sent me at the end of January. So he said, Leo, here are my numbers so far for this January. Private training, so that is one-to-one training. He's made 3,100 working with clients. Small groups, he's made $4,539. Clinics, he made 2,490. I just hit over 10K this month. I'm now up to 75 members in my academy program. So this is a result to show you what is possible. This is a result to show you that, a lot of coaches that I speak to, when they hear these kind of numbers, they're like, "Oof, I don't know if I can really make that." But here we have an example of a coach that I'm working with that has hit that 10K mark, Coach Adrian, based out in the US. So in order to get to these figures, right, what you need is you need a multiple amount of services. So as you can see from this message, you can see that Coach Adrian has different offerings, right? So he's got his private training, he's got his small groups, and he's now running clinics as well. So when we started working together, one thing that the reason why Adrian came to me was because of his pricing. He had his pricing really muddled up, right? And to give you, I laugh because we were laughing together on this. But so when he came to me, the pricing of his private training was just a little bit more expensive than the small groups. So the problem he was having is that because one-on-one training was so valuable to parents, a lot of parents were investing that small little bit more into his one-on-one training rather than moving into groups. So what we did with him is we restructured his pricing and we started making his private training, which is his one-on-one training, a lot more expensive compared to his groups and his clinics, which meant that the amount of players that wanted one-to-one training became reduced because it was basically too expensive for a lot of parents. And we moved most of them into his small groups. So as a result, you can see his figures here. His small groups have made the most amount of money out of the 3 programs. And that's because we've now made one-on-one training really premium, really high-end. We've made small group training more affordable than the one-to-one training. And we've made that the offer that we move most of players into. And then you've got clinics, which he launched very recently, which is even more affordable than his small groups. Now, the next time his monthly update will come out, what I'm hoping is that his clinics will now have made more money than his small groups. Okay, because as his clinics grows, he'll be able to attract a lot more players because it's more open numbers than his small group training. Right, his small group training, his groups are limited to anywhere between 4 to 6 players, which means that because you're limiting the amount of numbers, the only way that you can really scale that is by charging more. But we don't want to charge so much more that it's in line with the private training. So what we're looking to do now is make sure that his clinics are more open group so that it can generate more revenue, and he's coaching more players at once, and he's only running those once or twice a month. He's currently operating at 1 clinic a month. We're looking now to implement a second clinic into his business. So this is the result which has helped Coach Adrian to hit that 10K a month, right? So when he came to me, problem he was having was his pricing was all over the place, right? His private training was very similar price to small groups, and then his clinics, which he started running, but he didn't really have that structured, was limiting his amount of growth. So a lot of parents wanted the one-on-one training, which was maxing out his time, which meant that he couldn't grow his group training. So the solution was, right, we rejig your pricing. We make private training more expensive. We make small groups the main thing of the program. And then we make the clinics more open so we can have more players in the clinics and make our private program a lot more premium, a lot more exclusive, and the clinics open to more players. So what I'm hoping is that in the next maybe 3 to 6 months, the amount of players he has in his clinics will surpass the amount of private players that he has. So basically, he starts building a business around running clinics where he can work with more players, he can make more money, and he can coach less hours. So that was the solution, and then the result, as you can see in front, was the following. Okay, was the following, which what you can see in the screen in front. Okay, so coach, if you're struggling with anything that I've mentioned in this video, if you need help with your pricing, if you need help with your marketing, if you need help structuring your program a lot better, then reach out to me. Visit description below this video. That's the best place you and me can connect, and I can help you with this. Okay, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date with all our coach results and all the content that we're going to be putting out on a weekly basis. Okay, see you in the next one.